What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to something a little special. This is Princess Principal Crown Handler, the movie series that is coming out of the Princess Principal series from 2017. This is obviously a sequel series to that. You will not find my Princess Principal reactions because I watched this show way before I did reactions here on YouTube. And I'm not going to re-react to a show, A, because I don't have the time to, B, I don't feel like it's a genuine reaction at that point because I'm already familiar with the characters and the narrative threads and where they're going with it. I just don't feel that that will work as a reaction, even though my memory of it is hazy after, like, several years. It's been nearly 4 years now since the series aired. So I think it's been 3 years since I watched it. I did not watch it as it came out. I was never a seasonal anime watcher until, like, 2019-ish. I was just going through backlogs. I just discovered anime. I was like, oh my god, there's so many shows I want. So that's why you won't find any reactions to it. But starting with part 1 here, we'll be going on and watching all 6 parts. Obviously, the second part isn't even out yet, and is scheduled to come out in fall this year, I believe, for a release, which means for a Western audience, it's probably going to be more like spring next year that we finally get it. But I'll talk about that in a minute. For now, we're just going to get into the movie, because I am very excited for this. I love the Princess Principal series. Like I said, my memory's still a bit fuzzy, but I remember the general threads. As a refresher for both myself and for you guys, we have a divide between the Kingdom and the Commonwealth. So we are set in Britain, more specifically London, I think. And there is a wall, very much like a Berlin Wall type scenario. So you've got like East and West Germany. We're drawing parallels there. Like, what if that sort of situation happened in like 19th century Britain? A very steampunky and sci-fi-ish London, 19th century. It was kind of one of the first shows, I think, that really has introduced London to me in an anime form, and I think it did a very good job of it in capturing that essence, and it kind of made me feel kind of at home, even though, obviously, Britain has come a long way since those days. Wouldn't know it in some places, but it has come a long way. And so I just kind of immediately was into the mood of it. The characters I thought were great. The music of this show is really good from what I remember. I'm hoping we get some really good music in this. And what else do I need to say about it? Yeah, so this should be a direct sequel from the events of last series. The series was very, like, non-linear. So you had episodes, like, as you were going through case files, episode 1, I think, was, like, episode 8 or something in, like, chronological order. The last 3 episodes were all, like, in order because it was, like, the big narrative thread that, like, dealt with, like, the overarching story. Whereas the other ones was kind of like almost episodic in a way, but were leading back into the main story where appropriate. Very much kind of like a Violet Evergarden style, but I don't know if Violet Evergarden was ever inconsistent with timeline. I feel like those events were always chronological, but they were episodic and then all fed into the main story of Violet. So, yeah. I will admit, right off the bat, I have seen the first minute of this because I had a version of this ready for last week, and I was going to release this last weekend. Where Tomazaki actually ended up going instead, and the subtitles on the version I had were terrible. What it was is, like, instead of reading top line then bottom line, it was bottom line then top line, and that was really confusing to me, and I was like, no, I'll just wait for a better version. Now I've got the better version. It was only a week delay, and so we're going to watch that. So I've seen the first minute of it. I know we have a bit of a cold open, and we're, like, immediately on a case, but beyond that, I don't know too much more about where it's going. I just am excited to get back into it. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else I really need to mention. Oh yeah, because it's a movie series, it means that when new parts get released, there is like a 4 to 6 month delay, depending on how the Blu-ray sales are handled and how the fan subbings are done, because there's no real official subs really done for these. This is mostly fan subbing when it comes to movies. And depends on what versions we get and such, that determines when I can do more. This studio named Actus, is doing this a lot, and I feel like this is their business model and could honestly be a very successful business model because they released Girls and Panzer back in 2012. It's been nearly 10 years since Girls and Panzer. That's kind of crazy. That series still kind of holds up as well, which is even crazier. And they kind of did this with that as well. They went into a 6-part movie project, so technically we get the same runtime as a second series of the show, but split in 6 theatrical releases, which I think, and at least I hope for their business model, is more profitable than just working on an anime season and then just releasing it. It does mean it takes a lot longer to get to that point. I mean, what version of the movies are they on now? I think they've only got like 3 out so far. Yes, Girls and Panzer 3, or the movie series Part 3, came out in spring 2021. They're averaging every 2 years so far. So we had 2017 for Part 1, Das Finale. Then you had 2019 for Part 2, and then 2021 for Part 3. So it's going to take a while to get this done, and they're also doing, obviously, Princess Principal. However, we do have Part 2 scheduled for fall, so maybe they'll be a little quicker with this one, if we're lucky. Although this first part was delayed due to COVID, so maybe let's just push them closer together. But I guess we'll see. There's another downside of doing theatrical releases, I guess, is that you have to contend with COVID in situations like this, but no one could have predicted this, I don't think. Except, like, Bill Gates and all the other people that have done talks on this, but whatever. It's kind of creepy to think about. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, hi, welcome. I'm a British guy who reacts to seasonal anime mainly. I've been doing the spring season so far. We're wrapping up the spring season. We've had one show already finished, and How Much Summer the Demon Lord Season 2. And more shows will be wrapping up over the time, and I'll be covering, obviously, next summer season. But we do movie reactions like this every now and then. Since this is a series I'm very much invested in, we were going to watch this movie regardless. If a series I watch and like ends up getting like a sequel movie, I will watch that aside from the Patreon requested movies that we also have on the channel. So here on YouTube, we have to do time-based format reactions because of copyright reasons, obviously. I can't show you the actual film like that. I just can't, not on YouTube. So if you want the full picture-in-picture, so the movie and me on the same screen, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month will get you access to all picture-in-picture reactions I do on the channel, so that's everything from my seasonal lineup. We've got the all of Winter 2021 available, as well as the current Spring 2021 season. We've got multiple movies available. Like I said, these ones I just do because I like them, but we also do a Patreon monthly movie poll on the first week of every month, where you guys on Patreon can vote for which movie I end up watching for that month. This month it's going to be I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, which will be coming out next week, so next Saturday. Very excited to check that one out. And now that we have the YouTube community tab for hitting 1k subs, thank you everybody, I'm going to start doing some more poll interaction with you guys on YouTube, so you can have an influence in the channel as well as just my patrons. My patrons obviously will have the final say, but I want to get you guys involved who can't support me on Patreon, and just giving me your views and likes and comments and just being just generally awesome people. I want to get you involved as well, because I think you deserve to have a say. So we'll start working that out next season a lot more. Right now I'm in wind down mode for the season as we approach the end of this month. It's crazy to think we're almost halfway through June already, and halfway through 2021 as a whole. It's honestly nuts how quick time's going now. But like I said, here on YouTube we do timer-based. So bottom left of the screen, you're going to see a timer-based format. You're going to see a timer for the episode, rather. I will count you down 3, 2, 1, play, and then on play, you start the episode, I start the episode, and we should be in sync. You've got the timer to sync up at the bottom left. There are some logos at the beginning of this movie, at least the version I'm watching. We have the Showgate logo, and then I think it's the Bandai Namco logo. It's interesting. Sometimes it's Bandai Visual, sometimes it's Bandai Namco. So yeah, Bandai Namco after that is 16 seconds of total intros, and then we go straight into the movie. You can use the screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset as well to tell when the scenes are transitioning. That should help you really sync up, especially with the Bandai Namco logo. Because as you can see, right now, you've got Bandai Namco, and then if I go back to the beginning of the movie, you can see a very noticeable change in the screen flash. Particularly on here, it's very obvious for that one. So that should help you sync it up a little bit as well. So, 54 minutes of Princess Principal goodness. I'm hoping the music's going to be as good as I remember it to be. Let's get into the first part of Princess Principal, Crown Handler, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Showgate logo. And Bandai Namco. Cheers, everybody. Long intro for them, but that's fine. Here we go. Recap time. The air fleet. Interesting how it's an air fleet. Like, still keeping British naval tradition, but now it's just flying. I mean... the London Wall. Kingdom of Albion versus the Commonwealth. That's where our main characters reside. God, I've missed this world. Hello, Mr. Bookman. You're about to get an unfortunate visitor, I believe. Here we go. Francis Hamilton. Alexander. No. You don't have much choice, I'm afraid. Prison bars. A lot of people in prison here. And here we go. First main character. The princess. Well, not technically, but technically. So casual. It's a good kick, though. Should play penalties for England. You'd probably be better than half our squad. There's the music. Hey, there we go. Was it Chise? Was that her name? I have the flying gravity ball. Leave the keys for them. Alright. I think this is around about... Yeah, okay, so first 3 minutes I've seen. From here on now, I've not seen any of this. So, quick little panty shot of her there. Don't remember this show being very fan servicey. Yeah, I just comply for now, mate. I wouldn't question it. And the chase ensues. Oh? Who are these people? They're different from the police. Hey, Dorothy, the bus driver. Took the bait. One didn't, though. Is it the one that was following later? God, I miss this music. We're still being tailed, though. Waterloo Street, okay. Yep. God, it's just so cool. Nice. I'm glad they didn't go with the cliche. Oh, it's flipped over, therefore it must explode. You might well watch it. Very nice. Mission accomplished. I don't think you can go home. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hmm. Just a bit. Blank lizard, okay. Glad we kept that back up. Okay, OP time. Beatrice, yeah. I think I'm right with Chise. And it's Princess. Lies and ties, okay. I'm gonna have to look for a full version of this, I think. Oh shit. Nice. Nice OP. Alright, here we go. Retrieve his personal belongings. I'm sure no one's gonna be here waiting for this. Yes, that book. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Friend knew you were there. Yep. Okay. Hmm. Duke of Normandy was quite prominent in the finale, right? If I remember from season one, or the series, I should just say. I'm just gonna turn it up a little bit. Hmm. Possibly a mole. Yeah. Okay, in contact with our own mole. Potential double agent. Okay. Hmm. I cannot remember these characters' names. Mm. Hmm. Ah, okay. Yeah, it was not a normal experience. Understandable. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, come on. We're spies. Just monitoring. We'll get dragged in eventually, but we're just monitoring. Hmm. I love the architecture in this world. Like I said, it's that steampunky sci-fi blend that really works. What's that insignia? New Windsor Palace. Okay. Hmm. Ah, love you, Dorothy. I mean, it's a point. I mean, Miss Victoria. Actually, is she called Queen Victoria in this universe? I don't even know if that, or if that's too on the nose. Obviously, Queen Victoria, but we've switched already. Okay, nice. Nice use of the switching. Hmm. Light's still on. Playing some chess. Bishop. Ah, okay. No one suspects the butler. Hmm. Hmm. Message? Hmm. Specific book, okay. Do I get that book? Is that the book that the guy was wanting to hand over? Hmm. I wonder. Oh, sorry for the weird frame drop that happened just a minute ago. It was very weird. Nothing doesn't happen again. Here she comes. Hmm. 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 No one suspects him. Very true. Gave us this test of loyalty. Right. Everyone has a secret. Hmm. No. Yep. Yeah, that tracks. Mm-hmm. Time to wrestle that control back. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We are all in the same boat, that's for sure. Background track as per usual. Mm-hmm. He drafts the speeches as well. Okay. Hmm. That might be overstepping it. Yeah. Right. Hmm. It is actually. Tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. He knows that. Yeah. Hmm. Don't we all? Okay. Don't pry too much, or I might start speaking. Basically. Hmm. But it's not a problem if he isn't the double agent. Right. Okay. Okay. Got that motorcade coming in. This is Princess, not Angie this time. Hmm. Hmm. Game of chess, huh? Hmm. This quite caused quite the stir. A lot of attention on us. Hmm. So who won? Can't want to know who actually won. Hmm. Oh boy, hello. Okay. What are we gonna find in here? Okay. I hate backseat gamers. uh, a spectator, not a commentator. Chill, dude. I'm Wall Winnie. Okay. She was just waiting for the cue just to buy time and hold him up. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So it's actually Princess going upstairs. Got it. Okay, similar bindings. Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. You play different. Interesting. Okay. No, but oh, back to the books. Is that particular binding from a certain place? Well, yeah. There must be something specific about these books. I think the fact that they all have similar bindings must have something to do with it. Made in the same place, maybe, or something to that effect. Hmm. Here he is. Okay. Okay. So you think there's a link between the speech and the books that he's reading? Okay. Code words? I mean, what better way? No one. Yeah, Book Cipher. There we go. Book Cipher's a classic. Yep, I hope you enjoy reading. Oof. 60th anniversary. Ooh. Yep. Okay. I think it's brothers go. Okay. Okay. What's he gonna say? Hmm. Hmm. Excuse me. Hmm. What did happen to Charles? Hmm. No, it is not. We know everything. Okay. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Midnight Rendezvous. When you're in a respected position like that, you get those sorts of things quite easily. There was another car coming after, though. Who's in that other car? Was it just another person leaving for the night, or what? Hmm. There was another one chasing. Oh, multiple, okay. Jesus. Okay. Secret passageways. Gabriel mine, okay. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know why, but I'm expecting him to die like right at the last seconds, and like a new antagonist just show up out of nowhere. I don't know why I expected that sort of thing to happen. Alright, this half of the chase is still going. Oh, slick. Slick. Yeah, mind out. Oof. That's a bad one. Eyes on the road. Eyes on the road. Eyes on the road. Eyes on the road. And into the Thames we go. That might not actually be the Thames. Might just be another area, but probably the Thames. And playing chess, of course. Hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna rat them out. Don't pry into me, and I won't deal with you. I won't mess with you, rather, not deal with you, but whatever. Pretty place. Hmm. It's one way to think about it, I suppose. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mhm. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yep. Yep. I hate being right sometimes. I hate being right. Hmm. We had to set something up because this felt a bit too closed off episodic, you know? Yep. How did they know he would be here? That's concerning. Hmm. Right. Yep. Yeah. Didn't think it would be. Okay. Hmm. Interesting note to end it on. I assume we're ending, aren't we? Interesting one to end on. Hmm. So yeah, we have set up a third party in this. Where's this EDR star? I love it. ED and credits, same difference. It's more of an ED in this. Oh, I love this art style for this. Super adorable. That was very good. Self-contained, but still leading into the main story. Did not get much of Beatrice in this one. Chise got her little moments here and there. But yeah, it's very much a Angie and Princess focused episode. This is super adorable though. This is super adorable. Very nice. Presented by Sentai. I think that will do us. Very nice. Very, very nice. That was a good movie. Well, it's hard to call these movies. Like, technically they are movies, I know, but it's odd to call them as such. In reality, they're just double-length episodes. But with, like, the atmosphere of a theatrical release because of the way they're handled. Obviously, we don't necessarily get that same theatrical release feeling because we're watching it at home on our screens like we do every other anime. But if you actually went to see this premiere in cinema, then obviously you would. But yeah, very, very good little movie there. Or part one, whatever you want to call it, essentially. Mark that off as completed here on here. I realized I didn't actually mark off Spider as completed. That was a mistake. Yeah, that was really, really good. I'm very excited for seeing how the other ones are going to go, because I'm always worried about these types of things. It's like, well, you're not doing a normal series. Are these 6-part movie parts even worth it? Because Girls and Parts is my only experience with these, and I've only ever seen part 1 of Girls and Parts. I'm not caught up with that series either. So I was like, okay, how is this going to flow? How are they going to keep a main story going? How cliffhangery are they going to leave it? And they've given a little bit of information. We have a figure and a mysterious third party that we're dealing with here that is influencing things in the kingdom as well as going against interests of the Commonwealth, and has knowledge of both almost. How did they know to go to the docks right there to deal with him? That's what I want to know. That's what I would really, really like to know. But it was nice to see all the characters again. So the 2 kingdom people, I need to remember their names. So I'm going to quickly look just here at season 1, because they were part of season 1, I think. So yeah, Duke of Normandy and Gazelle was her name. Got it. Okay. Her name was Gazelle. Good to remember that. Good to remember that. And then the woman that's working with L is 7. Interesting. Why do they call her 7? Maybe it's a 007 reference. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think there was anyone else. I don't think there was anyone else necessarily important I need to remember specific names of, but it's a good refresher. I'll obviously be rewatching this before we do part 2, probably next year at this rate, depending on how quickly obviously the subtitles get get adapted. But that was very, very good, very, very good. And the music did not disappoint, as expected. I mean, I had hopes based on my memories of music, and it definitely did not disappoint. I need to look up that full version of the OP for later, so I can give that a listen, because obviously I do. And then beyond that, animation quality was good, held up pretty nicely. Not a super action-packed episode, but the brief moments of action we had were definitely animated well. Dorothy's driving skills are insane, put simply. But this is a spy movie, what do you expect? Yeah, all in all, very enjoyable movie. Looking forward to the future parts of it. Like I said, actors seem to be really embracing these movie projects. I guess because it gives an appropriate amount of time to adapt them and create them. Because, well, anime making process is tough. as we kind of seen with Spider, that we reacted to earlier today, 24 episodes of animation, so between 8 and 9 hours of animation once you factor in the fact that they have OPs and such. That's a lot of work to consistently be pumping out, and I think we're seeing it taking a toll on some of the animators in recent episodes. But with these movie formats, getting one out every year, it means you're splitting a normal anime series in splitting the production of it over the course of 6 years, essentially. That's essentially what they've managed to do. So just think about it this way. We'll go to the Girls and Panzers, since that one has a bit more of a fleshed out timeline. Like I said, we had Girls and Panzer, the series, come out in 2012. The Anzio OVA came out in 2014, which was a nice addition. And then the film came out shortly after. There's Girls and Panzer, the film. Fantastic film, by the way, 2015. And then Dust Finale was 2017. Dust Finale 2 was 2019, although spring 2019. So it's more like a year and a half for that one. And then Part 3 came out spring 2021. So COVID would have had a delay on that, so it wouldn't necessarily have been 2 years had it not been for COVID, I would have thought. Just because, well, there was no real cinemas opened 2020, so a lot of theatrical releases would have been pushed back. So we'll see when Part 4 gets its release date. But when you think about it, that's half an anime season of content that's been pushed out in these movies, and that has already spanned over about 4 years now. So, over the course of 4 years, you've done half an anime series. Which sounds bad, I know, but it's actually genius. Because you get full theatrical releases every time, which should draw in a good audience. Sorry, I had something stuck in my teeth. Still do. So it should bring in a consistent audience. I assume it's going to be overall more profitable than just doing an anime series. It gives more time to adapt, which I think leads to an overall higher quality product. So far, with the very few ratings that have come out of Part 3, because Part 3 has not been released to a Western audience yet, its score seems a little low. But other than that, the rest of the scores are doing quite well for the franchise, like consistently near the 80% mark, which is honestly quite good for a series like Girls and Panzer, I must be honest. Girls and Panzer, the film, was still the best in the entry in the series, obviously. But I assume we'll see similar with Princess Principal. So we are getting, obviously, Part 2 this year, with then the subtitles coming out hopefully sometime early next year. Beyond that, though, I don't know. But it's going to be a long, long while before we finish Princess Principal, which is nice. It helps extend it over many times. It brings you more connected with it, whilst not overinflating you with content. Because here's the thing. Long-running series like One Piece, or Naruto, or Dragon Ball, or Conan, things like that. These are very long-running series, and they have great nostalgia for you, if you obviously started them early enough that you could binge them, because no one's going to binge 1,000 episodes of One Piece at this point. If you're not into One Piece at this point, there's not a big likelihood that you're going to go back and watch 1,000 episodes worth. I'm not saying people won't do it. People will absolutely do it. But even for an avid anime watcher like myself, I do not have the intention to go back and binge that much. I am a binge watcher. I do binge watch stuff a lot. But I'm not really one to get into big series like that to binge. Like, I'll binge like a normal series, because I can do that in like 4 hours or so. Maybe a bigger one over the course of like 2 days or something. That's how I used to go about it when I was not doing seasonal shows, obviously. Now I'm doing seasonals. I have to wait a week just to get to the next episode. But the only time I've ever done longer content of that factor is Critical Role. I spent the entirety of 2020 catching up on Critical Role. So, in January of 2020, I started Critical Role, Season 1, Campaign 1, whatever you want to call it. And I heard a lot about how the early episodes went, and some of the stuff that happened with Orion. I knew of that before it got to that point. So, like, I was aware that things were going to happen, and I was aware of audio issues and such, so I knew they would get fixed eventually. And so I stuck with it, and then went through all of Campaign 1, all of Campaign 2, up until... Yeah, I got up until the pre-pandemic stuff, essentially. Binged all that, and then as soon as they started coming back, it was brilliant, and now we have campaign 2 over, so that's the only time I've ever really binged something that's truly that long. And for those who don't know Critical Role, each episode is usually about 3 hours. Some of them go up to about 5. The last episode of this campaign was 7 hours because there was a lot to wrap up, a lot of loose story threads to just come to some form of conclusion and deal with characters and what they're going to be doing in the future. But yeah, that, for all intents and purposes, that is probably... How many hours is that? Probably over 1,000 hours of content now of Critical Role, including like one-shots and stuff that I've watched. So yeah, there's a lot of content there. A lot of content. So that's the only time I've ever done something long form. But anyway, I'm going off topic here, and we should probably just wrap this up. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to subscribe as well. We've got more movies coming up. Like I said, we've got Tomazaki OVA coming up right now. And then we've got I Want to Eat Your Pancreas movie next weekend on Saturday. As well as the rest of the spring 2021, like we can find it on the channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time. See you guys later.